nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Not much there, only a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Here we go.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
1, 2, ready?
Tight end right. We got 3.
Ready? Stop.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Get set. Down. Ready. Raise high. Down.
Burrow looking to pass. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Whoa.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
Now Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And Burrow going to throw again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Gun. 11. 180. Go. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
12.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent work by Marcus Golden shooting into the backfield for the stop. loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
11 MT, 11 MT.
We got 4.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run with Mostert off the option.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And they can't bring him down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
11 MT, 11 MT. Hey, we gotta go score.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
7-7, our score after 1.
Gun. Cut. 180.
Pollard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Tony Pollard. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Not that they've completed trouble on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders into the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. And it's incomplete. They did not convert and turn it over. But it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught by Josh Allen, the former San Jose State Spartan. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's letting this one go for 4. And this is caught right along the sideline. What job keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Pass incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We've both know it's difficult, but they made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
Scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Pollard going to try the right side. And take it into the end zone for a double score. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off the next drive. And last time this year was out here, costly turnover, and that turned into 6 points. They got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
See if they can recoup and recover. Now Mostert off the lead option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, over from one personality that she charged us to another in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coaster will argue tonight. No doubt about it. And you're stuck to be in this booth. He's miles away and slow.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. Moves things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man, Riley Anderson. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. There's Jackson here, Beasley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one, 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he's going to lose yardage here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go with his first half.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson. And they'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Set by EmoGata, a former Maryland Terp.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now the Lions, they set up the field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as it kicks away. Fair catch in the 4 and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just want to get this thing to the locker room. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will have a first down here if they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, you'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Ready?
Check 4, check 4. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. Dot.
Now a give here to Pollard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
Burrow on play action. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Mike 4, Mike 4.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Quan Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On one, right?
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Move.
On 3rd down, Burrow slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 2, right? 1190. 1190.
Let's set a tone.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's got room. Looks right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Pollard, and effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Step it up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert 3, alert 3.
11 MT.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Got 3.
11.
Burrow will throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Mark Andrews hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Lux with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lux to kick it off. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Patterson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Pollard fighting through the tackle at the 30. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it
or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Keep playing.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. First down and more for Jackson, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Jackson. That is caught by Anderson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That was a really nice play to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Not today. Not today.
Jackson on 3rd and long. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 134 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Pollard. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tony Pollard with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.